So, hello students. After identifying the initial basic feasible solution to the transpiration problem, then we have to identify this whether this transpiration problem is degenerate or non-degenerate. How can we identify the degenerate or non-degenerate means whether by using the formula we can identify this degenerate or non-degenerate. So take this example is the number of occupied cells equal to m plus n minus 1. So it is whether the number of occupied cells is equal to m plus n minus 1, then we can say it is a non-degenerate problem. Whether the number of occupied cells is less than the m plus n minus 1, then we can say it is a degenerate problem. So where m is the number of columns, n is the number of rows, m is the number of columns, n is the number of rows, minus 1 is a numerical. So take this example. Take our present problem. So this is the number of occupied cells 19, 10, 7, 40, 60, 80. These are the occupied cells. Okay na? So take this. So 30, 50, 70, 30, 40, 70. These are the unoccupied cells. Now take the unoccupied cells 90, 10, 40, 80, 20, 60. These are the occupied cells. How many are how many are the occupied cells means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is there. Where m is the number of columns. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Plus, wherein n is the number of rows. 1, 2, 3. 3 minus 1. So 6 equal to 6. So whenever the number of occupied cells equal to m plus n minus 1, then we can say it is a non-degenerate problem. So whenever the number of occupied cells less than the m plus n minus 1, then we can say it is a degenerate problem. So now in our problem, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is there. 4 plus 3 minus 1, 6 equal to 6. So because the 6 equal to 6, then we can say our problem is a non-degenerate problem. Okay na? So take this example, number of allocations or occupied is 6, or m plus n minus 1 equal to 6 only. Equal to 6. Okay na? 6. So we got the 6 equal to 6. 6 equals 6. So then we can say our problem is a non-degenerate problem. This problem is a non-degenerate problem. So after getting the non-degenerate problem, now we have to check whether this check the optimality. How can we check the optimality? By using the Modim method. Okay na? So there are two phases are there to check the optimality. First phase is occupied cells. Next phase is the unoccupied cells. Okay na? So first phase is occupied cells, second phase is unoccupied cells. So take this first we have to identify the occupied cells. So occupied cells means in our present problem, so these are the occupied cells 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are the occupied cells. So take this separately, those occupied cells. So 19, so it is there is a 19 is there. So 19 is there, here also 19 is there. Your 10 is there, here also 10. I am taking 10 is there, 40 is there, I am also your 40 is there, your 60 is there, 60 is there, 80 is there, here also 80 is there, here also 20 is there, here also 20 is there. So after preparing the occupied cells in a matrix, so next we have to identify the values of the u values as well as the v values. So these are the first row we have to take the u1, second row we have to take the u2 values, third row we have to take v3 value. Next, coming to the column side, we have to assign first column we have to assign the v1, second column is a v2, third column is a v3, fourth column is a v4. So now we have to identify these values u1, u2, v3, v1, v2, v3, v4. How can you identify these values? First we have to take the u1 as a 0. Okay, nice. u1 as a 0. Take this, show this. Start with u1 equal to 0 and enter the values of u2, v3, v1, v2, v3 and v4. So take this example. I am giving the example. Cij equal to ui plus vj. Okay na? First, this is the formula. By using this formula, we can identify this all the values of the u1, u2, u3, v1, v2, v3, v4. So Cij means it is a cost. C means the cost. Okay na? So first row Cij. First we have these are the occupied cells. First cell is the occupied cell. This is the 19 is the cost of the first cell. 19 is the cost of the first cell. 10 is the cost of the first row and fourth column. 40 is the cost of the cell, that is second row, third column. 60 is the cost of the second row and fourth column. So say in the same as 8 also, 20 also. Now we have to calculate the Cij value. Okay na? Calculate the first occupation. Cij, this is the Cij. First we have to move to this 19. 19 is the cost of the first cell. First row and first column. I represent the rows, J represent the, so I represent the row, J represent the column. Okay na? So first cell is the 19 is there. First cell is the 19 is there. I am writing the 9 is there. Okay. 19 is there. So 19. So take the initially u1 is equal to 0. Okay na? First row 0, v, first row and first column. Take this one. So 19 is equal to v1. Okay na? So that's why I am writing 19. v1 is equal to 19. Okay, understand? So next we have to move to the 10. Okay na? 10. So here is the see here. Cij equal to u1 plus vj. So 10 is there. 10 is there which represent the first row and fourth column. Okay na? I am writing cost of the two cell. First row is the first u1. u1 is equal to 0 plus first row u1 is equal to 0. vj is the fourth column. Okay na? 10 represent the first row and fourth column. So 10 is equal to v4. So I am writing v4 is equal to 10 here. Okay, understand? Next we have to 40 is there. Okay na? 40 is there. I am directly calculating here. 40 is there. 40. Which cell is it? Which cell? So separately I am doing Cij equal to 40 represent the second row, third column. Second row u2, third column. Okay na? So Cij is a 40 is there. So u2 plus v3. So we did not get any value from now, u2 value and v3 value. So we can calculate the latter one. So next we have to move Cij equal to next we have to 60. Okay na? 40 we did not identify. Next we have to move to 60. So 60 is there. 60 which represents the second row, fourth column. Second row, fourth column. So 60 is there. Okay, u2. So u2, write the u2 plus v4 is the v4 we got the 10. So 60 minus 10, 50 is equal to u2. You can understand? We got the u1. So next 40 is there. Already here we got the u2 value. Substitute this u2 value is equal to 50 is there. Okay na? v3. So 40 minus 50 equal to v3. As it is, we got the minus 10 value. Okay na? So next already we got the 19 value, 10, 19, 10, 40, 60. Next 8 is there. So 8 represent which value? Third row and second column. Third row, second. Cij equal to third row. Cij equal to third row means third row, second column. So Cij is equal to 8 is there. I am writing 8 is there. So U3 is a U3 U3 plus V2. So U3 is there, V2 is there. Okay na? Still we did not U3 value. Still V1 we got this, V4 we got this, V3 we got this, V2. So leave it. Next we have to move to still we did not get the U3 value, V2 value. So next we have to move to the 20 is there. Okay na? 20 which represents the third row and fourth column. Cij equal to third row U3 plus fourth column. So 20 is there. Okay na? 20 equal to U3 plus V4 is V4 value we got the 10 value. Okay. So 20 minus 10 equal to U3. So 10 equal to U3. Here we got the V3. So substitutes in this above equation. 8 equal to 10 plus V2. Okay na? So 8 minus 10 plus 10 equal to V2. So we got the minus 2 equal to V2 value. So we got the U3 value and V2 value. So same to V2 value is equal to minus 2, V3 is equal to 10. So we got the U1 is equal to 0, V2 is equal to 50, U3 is equal to 10. So V1 is equal to 19, V2 is equal to minus 2, V3 is equal to minus 10, V4 is equal to 7. In the same way, so take the example U1 is equal to 19, V4 is equal to 10, V3 is equal to minus 10, and U2 is equal to 50. Okay na? Next one, U3 is equal to 10 and V2 is equal to minus 2. So we got all the values of the C values and V values. Okay na? So this one here also V1 is equal to 4 is the same way. So these are the occupied cells. Next we have to identify the unoccupied cells. Unoccupied cells which we cannot assign any value to the particular cells. Take this in the problem. So these are the occupied cells, these are the unoccupied cells. In the unoccupied we cannot assign any value. So 30, 50, 70, 30, 40, 70. These are the unoccupied cells. So take this value separately. This in this way matrix. Okay na? 30, 50, 70. Okay na? 70, 30, 40, 70. These are the unoccupied cells. So beside the rows and columns we have to write U1 is equal to 0, U2 is equal to 50, U3 is equal to 10, V1 is equal to 90, V2 is equal to minus 2, V3 is equal to minus 10, V4 is equal to 10. So these are the unoccupied cell matrix. So next we have to identify this Dij value. Find the Dij values using the relation, that is formula Dij equal to Cij minus Ui plus Vj. Dij means first I represents the rows, J represents the column. Cij means cost of the particular cell, so which we calculated just now. I represents the rows, J represents the column, minus U1, Ui means rows, Vj means columns. Okay na? So by using this relation we can identify the Dj values. Dij means Dij is nothing but a net evaluation or opportunity cost. So where Cij are the cost given in the matrix. So take the example, these are the, so 30 is there. 30 represent the first row, second column. First row, second column. 50 represent the first row, third column. 70 represent the second row, first column. 30 represent the second row, second column. 40 represent the third row, first column. 70 represent the third row, third column. So take the example. So first one, this is the unoccupied cell 30, which represents the first row and second column. So D12. Okay na? Take the example D12. Okay na? So for this cell we have to identify the opportunity cost. Okay na? D12. okay, d12 is a C12 formula minus u1 plus v2. So C12 means cost to the particular cell is 30 is there. 30 I am writing example. 30 is there. Okay, 30 is there. This is the cost. I am writing 30 is there. Next u1 already I have calculated the u1 is equal to 0. Okay na, v2 is equal to minus 2. Okay na, 30 minus under the bracket write the 0 minus 2. So 30 plus 2 equal to 32. In the same way d13. So next we have to do 50. 50 represent the first row and third column. So d13 c13 minus u1 first row and third column. So c13 is 50 is the cost, u1 is equal already be calculated 0, v3 is equal to minus 10. So we got the 60. In the same way d21. So in the same way d21. So d21 is second row first column. Okay na. So see cost second row first column is 70 is there. 70 is there. So 70. So it is the u2 plus v1. So in the d1, so here is a d2 is there. So in the by using this symbol we can create a relation. Okay na. C is the C. Second row, first column. Here u2 is the second row, first is the v1, first column. Okay na. 70 is there. Here also 70 is there. Okay, 70 is there. Next is a 50 minus 2. Okay na. 70 minus 48. So we got the 22. Okay na. So 22 is the value. Next value is the 30. 30 is the, so 30 is the are you getting? Oh yes. So 30 is there. So 30 is 30. Okay na. So d22 we can now we have to calculate d22. So c22 plus u2 plus v2. C22 value 30 is there. I am using 30. u2 value 50 is there. v2 value minus 2 is there. So 30 minus 40 minus 80. Okay, understand? So in the same way, so d31. In the same way we have to calculate the 40 value and 70 value. Okay na. So d31 is the d31 c31 u3 plus v1, 40 is there, minus 10 is there, 19. So d32 c32 minus u3 plus v2, 70 is there. C32 is there, 70 is there. Okay na. 70. Okay na. Listen here, 70 is there. 70. Okay, 70 is there. 70 minus u3 value 10 is there, and 10 is here, 10 is there, plus v2 value is also sorry, v2 value also d2 v2 value also 10, v2 value also minus 2 is there. Okay, minus 2, 8 is there. So 70 minus 8 is 70 minus 70 minus 70 minus 8 is also 62. 62 is the answer for this one. So now we have to identify this. D values are positive, how many are positive or how many are negatives. So see here d12 is a we got the positive, d3 is equal 60 positive, d21 is a positive only, d22 also minus negative, we got the negative values. D31 is the level is there, d32 62 is there. So in this if we get the d values are positive, then we have to stop the problem. If any one of the d value is negative, then we have to move further steps. So in our problem we got the d value is negative value. Okay na. So see, observe the d20 is the negative value. Okay na, minus 18. In some cases d values we can get the more than one values. Okay na. Under the d values sometimes we get the more than one values. Okay, that is in negative form. Okay na. Sometimes we get the minus 18, minus 19, minus 20, etc. Suppose here in our problem only one negative value is there. Okay na. Sometimes we can get the two negative values. So two negative values. In that case, we have to select the most negative value. Okay na? In our problem only one negative value is there, that's why we have to select that one. Okay na? So since one Dij, that is D20 is a negative, the current solution is not optimum. So whenever we can get the negative value in the D values, so we cannot get the get the optimal solution. So in that case we can move further steps. Okay, so that's why if there is a negative value is there, the current solution is not a optimum. So in that case, allocate a small positive theta to the unoccupied cell which the most negative value and form a loop that starts and ends at this cell. Okay na? So we are in our transportation problem, we have to allocate a positive theta. Okay na? Positive theta wherever we can get the most negative value. So in our D values, wherever we get the negative, D22, second row and second column. So in this cell we can assign a positive value, that is theta. Okay na? Theta. So in our problem, where is 22? 2, second row and first row, this is the second row, second column. Okay na? Here I am assigning the a positive theta value. Here this positive theta value. So now after assigning the theta value, then we have to form a loop. Okay na? Form a loop. So it can starts the loop starts from wherever the positive value assigned. Okay, understand? So this here I am starting the loop value and it goes. Okay na? Here, understand? So I am moving this one here, this side and this side, and where we can turn wherever the I'm turning the loop wherever the occupied cells are there. So here is there, this is the here occupied cell is, here occupied cell is there, here occupied cell is there, here occupied cell. So that's why I am moving from here to here, here to here, here to here, and this one. Wherever we can start the loop and end the two particular cell only. Suppose if I move this one, to the opposite direction, there is no occupied cell is there. Okay na? So that's why I am moving the loop wherever the occupied cells are available. Okay, understand? So if I move this one, there is no occupied cell. If I move this one, here is occupied cell is there, here is occupied cell is there, here is occupied cell. So that's why wherever the occupied cells is there, we have to form a loops. Okay, understand? So this is the. So here after getting the loop forms, okay, so theta here is in this direction. So here is I am theta. So wherever the corner is there, I am first theta, then I have subtracted theta here, I am adding theta here, I am deducting theta here. Okay now, first wherever the moving this side means to the occupied cell, first I am deducting, then after moving to another occupied cell I am adding, then after moving this on another occupied cell I am deducting. Okay na? So in this take the subtracted theta values. Okay na? Subtracted theta values, here take the minimum value. Here is 2 minus theta comma 8 minus theta comma. Which is the minimum? 2 minus theta is the minimum. That is theta is equal theta. Theta is equal 2. Okay na? So take the I am taking the two minimum values. I am taking the two minimum values, that is where we subtracted the theta values from those values. Here is 2 minus theta, 8 minus theta. Here I am adding 10 plus theta. Here also I am adding theta in the next table. Here you take the minimum 2 minus theta comma 8 minus theta equal to 0. So here take the minimum value. So here is take the minimum value. So theta is equal to 2. Okay, theta is equal to 2. So now the matrix with the new allocations, wherever the theta is there, we have to add. Okay na? Here is theta is there 2, here 2 minus theta because the 0 value. Okay na? Here 10 plus theta means 10 plus theta means 10 plus 2, 12. 8 minus theta means 8 minus 2 is equal to 6. Okay na? So yeah, here is take this 30, here is 30 is there, theta value is only, theta is there, 2 is there. Here 2 is there, 2 minus theta, 0 is there. Okay, I am assuming 0 is there. Okay na. Here also next 8 minus theta in this cell, 8 minus theta, 8 minus 2, 6 is there, 6 is there. Okay na. Here 8 is there, here 6 is there, because 8 is there, 6 is there. I am detecting the 2 value from white, that's why. Okay na. So here is there, 10 is there, 20 is there, 20, here 10 is there. I am adding the theta. Okay na. That's why 10 plus 2, 12. Here also 12 is there. Okay na. So now after getting this table, transportation table, so then we have to identify whether it's a degenerate or non-degenerate. Okay na. Degenerate and non-degenerate. Since the number of allocation is 6, okay na. 1 2 3 4 5 6, 6 is there. Next number of columns, 1 2 3 4, 4 is there. N is the number of rows, 1 2 3, 3 is there, minus 1. So 6 equal to m plus 1, here also 6 is there. So we got the equal. So then we can say the problem is a non-degenerate. Okay na, non-degenerate. Next whenever the degenerate is, we can calculate the u1 values, v1 values, okay, for occupied cells. Then we can calculate the dij values for unoccupied cells. So now check for the occupied cells. So 19 is there, 10 is there, 30 is there, 40 is there, 80 is there, 20 is there. Okay na? The same way. So 19 10 30 40, okay, 30 19 10 30 40 8 20. So these are the occupied cells. So check for optimality. Occupied cells 19 30 40 10 20 18. These are the occupied cells. Ignore the unoccupied cells. These are the unoccupied cells, these are the unoccupied cells, these are the unoccupied, these are the unoccupied, these are the unoccupied, these are the unoccupied. So ignore the unoccupied cells, only consider occupied cells. Okay na? Again we have to calculate the u1 values, u2 values, v3 values, v1 v2 v3 v4. Okay na. So in the same way we can calculate the u1 values and v1 values. How can we? By using the formula. Okay na. So take the example, here is that I am calculating the, so this is a cell by using the relation Cij equal to u1 plus ui plus vj. Okay na. So this is the first cell. Okay na. This is the first cell. Take the example, first cell 19 is there. This is the first cell, 19 is there. So 19 first cell. Okay na. First initially we have taken the u1 equal 0. Okay na. v1. Okay na. 19 is equal to v1. Okay na. Next 10 is there. 10 represents the first row, fourth column. Okay na. First row, fourth column. So u1 plus v4. So c14 is a 10 value. So c1 is equal to 10 value equal to u1 is equal to 0 v4. So v4 is equal to 10. So next again in the same way, next 30 is there. Okay na. Here is 30 represents the Cij equal to ui plus vj. So 30 represents which column? C, second row, second column. Okay na. u2 plus v2. Still we did not get u2 value and v value. Next we have to move 48. 40 represents the which value? C, second row, third column. u2 plus v3. Okay na. u2 plus v3. Still we did not get any values. Next we have to do 8th one. Okay, 8th, this one, C, second row, sorry, third row, just 1 minute.